Ladies and gentlemen, bring out your mops and your vacuum cleaners and all that jazz, because it is cleanup time! Not yet though, we've got a couple of levels to play first.
Oh, that's a ripoff. You just said it was cleanup time, and then you're just delaying the cleanup.
Yeah, well, people need to wait for like their sink to dispense warm water. You know, people. It takes time to make the to put the soap and the water together.
I thought you were gonna say that I don't have enough. You don't have enough spoons to clean up yet.
Well, why would you need to clean up spoons? Just put them under the sink.
It's an autism thing. You wouldn't understand.
Actually,
you would actually.
As the tap is running.
It's an autism thing.
Just wash your spoon. Put it under the sink as it's running. What could possibly go wrong?
Said, what could possibly go wrong? Bubsy, 1994 or 1991 or whatever the fuck, 90s.
No.
Yeah, we do not condone the B word in this. Just this.
Hey, I don't think either of you have played 3D.
Why would I? I mean, make no mistake. I like pain, but I don't like that kind of pain.
I had to for a bad game competition.
Ah.
You joined a bad game competition.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah. It was, I want to say, about 6 years ago.
What was this called?
I can't remember
and where was it?
At the top of my head. I can't remember at the top of my head, but basically, just 4-person races. That says each of us kind of just were playing the same bad games in a row.
Ah.
I think I got like second or third in that day's thing, and so I was able to move on.
Nice.
And what kind of which bad games did you work hard of that competition?
Aside from Bubsy 3D.
Yeah, Bubsy 3D. Honestly, that's the only one I can actually remember, to be straight honest.
Right.
Mostly because of how high I got in the that ranking for that game.
Yeah. I thought it would have been much fun. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Big Rigs Over the Road Racing was one of those games.
It was not. It was being played via emulation. So
right.
I don't think we would have been able to do Big Rigs.
Big Rigs.
You know, I still find it funny that, you know, PC games have to be emulated. Because it kind of makes me think that, like, I always love it when people are like, if PC is so good, then why is there no PC 2? Well, in a way there is. The problem is we never see it as PC 2. But there are definitely some games out there that, unless you have like a lot of really specific software, you cannot play it on your PC. And it's the one reason, the one major reason why I always hate it when people are like, yeah, well, PC has like all the games. No, the fuck it doesn't.
No, they don't.
Like, if you're a PC gamer, right, then hypothetically, by saying that, you are saying that, you know, right now, you could take your old EA copy of, I don't know, Lego Island Extreme Stunts, you could put that disc in your computer, you could install it, and have no problem whatsoever playing the game. Well, you actually do. Whether it be DRM related, or just the way how games were made nowadays, back then. With a lot of old games, it becomes quite difficult to run them on modern hardware. It's gotten to a point where on my Steam I made a custom folder, which is basically mod required / recommended. Just to give myself a reminder that, oh, if I want to play this game again, I need to make sure I install the appropriate mods.
It just reminds me of like trying to turn on Lego Island without the disc. Oops! You have to put the CD up my ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I do remember quite fondly playing the Lego Island games back in the day.
I never grew up with Lego Island.
I've only played the second one.
Yeah. No, so
Never finished the second one.
I recall
I
getting...
never even played a single Lego Island game, but I know of how much of a cultural impact that was in the 90s.
Well, not even in the 90s, the 2000s. Early 2000s.
90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, Island Extreme Stunts, the third Lego Island game, was a PS2 and PC release. I played the PC version. Yeah. I don't recall ever finishing it, but I recall liking it quite a bit.
Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell.
But yeah, the point is, I don't like it how people are acting like, you know, PC gaming is the silver bullet of backwards compatibility. Because, yes, you can install it and try to run it, but a lot of the times you are going to find that it requires way too much tinkering to properly work. And I had a pretty lengthy conversation the other day with someone who was, like, all in on the PC side of things. And it's like, no. I don't...
Wait.
PC, like, it's great that you enjoy your games on PC, but you shouldn't act like PC is the only platform out there.
Yeah, no. That's saying that PC is like the only system out there is like saying that graphics are the only important thing in video games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which it's not.
I feel like
I'll never understand.
I feel like pretty much all the elitists. I'm not saying that, you know, people who are too elitist about their PC should get, like, their Reddit license and their Twitter license and their forum license. I'm not saying that they should get it revoked, but I'm also not saying that.
Honestly, if anyone like says that, like unironically says that as like some kind of objective opinion, they should just not speak.
Yeah. No, I've got
like,
this.
I'm not gonna take you. At that point, I would not be able to take you seriously. No matter what shit comes out of your mouth.
Yeah. No, I've got this one friend who I'm kind of considering siding ways with, because he's like, he really knows how to play the asshole card a lot of the times. And just to make this clear, I'm not talking about you.
Wow.
Wow, okay. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
What? I mean, okay, well, your friend isn't the only one who could also play the asshole card. Jesus Christ, Edgy. And this just in, and this just in, Splitscreen Squad will be splitting up soon. No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
Edgy, if you name Edgy, you have a name for this episode. The end of Splitscreen Squad.
The end is near.
The end.
It is.
No. You should call this episode Finn.
No. Name the episode "The End Is Near" and implement that one shot from The Simpsons in the thumbnail.
No,
yeah.
Just Finn with just a black screen with like pretentious like text font.
Shot of crash in the dark. Shot of crash in the dark with the word Finn above him.
Well, look, if I implement the word Finn, I implement French, and I don't like French.
Well, too bad.
Too bad.
I'm not. Well, too bad. I'm Canadian.
Well, too bad.
It's funny.
Well, too bad. I'm the one making the episode.
Yeah, you're right.
And as we all know, the editor is the one with all the power.
Yeah, you're right. These were mere just jokes, anyways. So.
Yeah. But no,
for the most part.
Basically, just because PC has the capability of, you know, running all the things, it doesn't always. And people need to realize that. People need to realize that PlayStation sucks. Xbox sucks.
Sucks.
Nintendo sucks. And PC sucks. We all suck.
They all suck.
We just all suck in a different way. And you know, before you like try to suggest that I'm throwing companies like Xbox under the bus, or well, Microsoft, I guess. Keep in mind that even though I've talked crap about Xbox in the past, I still own an Xbox. I still have access to a PlayStation. I have access to a Switch and a lot of and I'm playing this on a PC. I've got access to all the video game platforms. So it's more than just an opinion. It's an informed opinion. And those are kind of vanishing nowadays.
Well, yeah, I will agree that they all suck in their own way, but like, but one of them, no, they all like suck in their own ways, but also like, they also like, some of them are, one of them is like, also like, some of them are also like the least awful, and either the least awful thing or like the least, I can't speak for the life of me. What is wrong with me?
Look, all you need to know if you're new to gaming and you're deciding what platform to get in, PC is expensive, Xbox is destroying the gaming industry, PlayStation has no games, and Nintendo has no bitches.
Nintendo has no customers.
Well, Nintendo has her customers, that's the problem.
It's just that, like, Nintendo hates you.
Yeah. Well, Nintendo hates making a proper or a powerful platform, which, to be fair, they don't need a powerful platform, but...
No, like, Nintendo hates their own customers.
If they don't have a powerful platform, that's fine, but people need to stop acting like every game needs to be on the Switch.
When they have when the Steam Deck exists.
Mortal Kombat 11 basically is kind of proof of that.
I wouldn't even point out Mortal Kombat 11. I'd rather say...
Not 11, 12.
1.
1.
12.
1.
12.
1.
1.
12.
1. It's called
It's
1,
12.
you. I know it's the 12th.
I don't
Look,
care.
look, hey,
don't
dude, I know it's
care.
I know it's
12.
I know it's the 12th Mortal Kombat game, but it's not called Mortal Kombat 12. It's called Mortal Kombat 1. So call it Mortal Kombat 1.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because nobody will know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, they will.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they
Well,
will.
okay, Mega, they would, but as everybody knows, Mortal Kombat fans don't know how to count to 12.
And they also think combat starts with a K.
It doesn't
So
start,
they're
it doesn't start with
numerically and grammatically incorrect.
And they also think that a freak with a knife is stronger than God.
I mean, gods can be weak.
A freak with a knife. That could be anything. To be honest.
Ghostface.
Dude, I know.
I
But
know.
also Michael Myers.
Michael Myers at least has durability. Ghostface is just Scooby-Doo villain with the powers of stab.
Isn't that just Ghostface in general, though?
Yes.
Just like
That
he
is
just a Scooby-Doo
and it's
villain
why I
in
don't
live
like
action
the fact
form.
that Ghostface is in Mortal Kombat.
I mean, I honestly think that like Ghostface in Mortal Kombat is just funny.
Right.
Not needed, but funny as hell.
But yeah, when I think of crappy Switch ports, I don't think Mortal Kombat 1. I think there's two particular ones that come to my mind, and those are LA Noire and The Outer Worlds.
I was gonna say like
The Outer Worlds is the most
LA
notable.
Noire.
The Outer Worlds is the most notable one, and I actually recall when Modern Vintage Gamer made. Yeah, I missed two of them.
Oh no.
Good job.
So I recall Modern Vintage Gamer making a video about it, and in that video, around the end, he said that not every game needs to be on the Switch. I agree with that, but a lot of people in the comments didn't. And, you know, it gets to a point where,
Isn't that just...
you know, the Wii U, its biggest problem was that it had no third-party support. Or little third-party support.
It has very little third-party support.
Well, it doesn't get any games made anymore. The problem The problem with the Switch, it has too much third-party support.
Too much third-party support.
And it has a long
there's
kind
no
of
middle
third-party
ground.
support.
There's no middle ground between, like, the 8th generation Nintendo and the 9th generation Nintendo. It's like it's either too little or too much.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know, some of the third-party support is, you know, CD Projekt Red making The Witcher 3 available on the Nintendo Switch, and they put the whole thing with DLC on a whole ass cartridge, and they made it run quite well.
That's pretty.
I could also point to.
And then the other hand is Capcom putting half of the Mega Man X games onto one cartridge and not getting enough cartridge space to just get one complete thing.
At least it runs alright. And to be fair, when the Mega Man X collections came out, it wasn't possible to put two executables on one cartridge. I'm not sure if the combo cartridge, if they would have used it if it was available at the time, but it was a product. It was a product of limitations and probably laziness as well. It's the kind of thing where we don't know if they would have done it nowadays. And to be honest, I kind of wish they would just not bundle them, just allow you to buy a cartridge for 1 and for 2. Sure, it would have been more expensive, but I mean, it's not like Mega Man fans wouldn't purchase them both.
Gee, I can't wait for their new fucking system where their networks are just run on Windows Vista.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo's network connections are just notoriously awful.
Yeah, I
reason.
can't believe that I paid $10 a year for it. Of course, I only pay $10 a year for it because I have a family subscription. Because I absolutely love my family. Not that family, my other family.
Your found family.
But yeah, as I wanted to say, you know, on one hand you got stuff like CD Projekt Red with their amazing port of The Witcher 3, but then you've got and then you got some publishers that I'm kind of mixed on, like Rockstar, for example. The Switch port of Red Dead Redemption 1.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, Red Dead Redemption 1. 2 isn't on the Switch. RDR1 is absolutely stellar on the Switch.
Okay. I was actually going to correct you. It's like, actually, the newer version of RDR sucks on everything, except for the Xbox One, because the X1. But okay, yeah, never mind then.
The Xbox One version is the Xbox 360 version.
Yeah, that's exactly why. And the 360 version is the best version of the game because PS3 was
god awful.
Yeah. Well, okay, I wouldn't say it was awful. PS3 was essentially just Sony doing what modern Nintendo does.
Well, okay, no, I'm gonna be honest. The remasters for Red Dead Redemption, be it the PC version, Switch version, PS4 version, and most notably PS4 version played on PS5, they're all good. But the Switch version in particular, I want to focus on, because it has no reason of being good. They could have just simply made it 720p, but no, they went all out and made sure that the game can be run at 1080p when in docked mode. That's the kind of dedication that I appreciate. Because unlike 720p, 1080p is a resolution. Well, of course, they're both resolution, but 1080p is the kind of resolution that people would actually run. And also actually looks quite good on a 4K TV.
Wish they said the same thing with LA Noire, but they didn't.
Yeah, I was actually about to segment to that. Because, you know, on one hand you got good publishers like Rockstar with Red Dead Redemption, but on the other hand you got bad publishers like Rockstar with LA Noire.
Noir.
And LA Noir, it looks like dirt on the Switch. And the reason why that is because while LA Noir was originally a PS3 and Xbox 360 title, the Switch version is based on the remaster. So it still has the tweaks of the remaster, but the remaster was made for, you know, more powerful devices. So they remastered it, but then they scaled back the remaster and it gets to a point where it looks worse than the original game.
And you know what the biggest kick in the balls is?
Well,
LA Noir came out a year after RDR.
yeah. It does show that if a developer or publisher is willing to put just a little bit more time in it, they can make something that, while not on par with the PS4 or Xbox One version, still looks pretty decent and comparable. I mean, take a look at something like Doom 2016. Now, I don't think too highly of the Switch version because of the lower frame rate and the low graphics, but they made it work.
And hats off to id Software for that. Not Bethesda, id Software.
Yeah, but to be fair, id Software is definitely... id Software was always pretty good with optimization.
Yeah, seriously.
And
too bad they treat their employees like garbage.
yeah, well,
well, modern id, not old id.
Yeah, I cannot speak that much about id Software, but I do feel like their games at the very least have got the right amount of optimization. What you're talking about, Doom or Wolfenstein, or even the work they put in with like some of the like I'm trying to recall, but yeah, I think the Void engine, the engine that Dishonored 2 runs on, Dishonored was made by Arcane Studios, but id Software actually helped them out with the creation of the engine, and well, while Dishonored 2 has some performance issues, particularly the 1.0 release, it's still like a really solid engine, I feel. And it's once again a reminder that Microsoft fucking sucks for shutting down Arcane.
Yeah.
And Tango Softworks.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't talking
about
Tango's
yeah, but Arcane's actually gone. Tango is actually bought.
It might as well be gone. Well, it might as well be gone.
No, didn't they disband Tango as well?
Hold on, I'll look that up.
Well, if they got rid of like the Evil Within and Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, and that's Tango.
That's both of them. Both of those series are Tango.
Yeah. Is Shinji Mikami still on Microsoft's payroll?
I
not sure, but no.
So.
Tango is currently owned by Crafton.
Right.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, so they're around.
So they escaped
got saved.
So they
got saved.
So they escaped the clutches of Bill Gates.
And what was that about Shinji Mikami?
Is he still on Microsoft's payroll?
I have no idea.
Right.
But he did found a new studio, Kamui. But I have no idea if they're owned by Microsoft or not.
Yeah. To be fair, I should probably play Ghostwire Tokyo one of these days. Like
I should as well.
I think I got it as a pre-order, but the story of me getting actually getting Ghostwire Tokyo is pretty funny because I did not pay full price for it. And not just that, but I didn't pay full price for the product I got it with either. Basically, the year that Ghostwire Tokyo came out, my G502 gaming mouse was busted. So I needed a new one. And I was like,
You need
okay, you
another
know what?
G502.
You know what? I'm gonna look for a no-nonsense gaming mouse, which landed me with the Logitech G Pro. If you're wondering, well, that's a lot of Logitech. Well, yeah, I like Logitech. I think I mentioned
Logitech's
that
gotten
before.
pretty good over the years. Well, gotten better over the years, funnily enough.
They're good, but their image isn't that great, to be honest. Like people still associate Logitech with as one of those products that they would only get if it's on sale. So anyway,
I'm talking like
Logitech.
I'm talking like their mice.
Yeah, well, those have always been pretty decent. But
Yeah.
basically, Logitech ran a promotion when if you bought an applicable product, you would get a free copy of Ghostwire Tokyo to go alongside with it. Do you know how much I paid for my Logitech G Pro?
I'm just gonna play like a bit of prices right here and say like maybe. So you got? I'm assuming you got a discount, right?
Yeah, I got a discount, but it still came with a free game.
So we're just talking the mouse itself.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that the mouse itself MSRP is like close to like $80 to $100 or something.
Yeah, but we're not talking about MSRP here.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna say that there's probably like some kind of maybe like 20% or maybe 15% discount. Like, how high of a discount is it? Are we talking here?
I'm not saying.
Like, okay, well, 15, 10. Okay, well, I'm just gonna say $50 or 50 euros.
I paid 40.
Oh, I was close, actually.
I paid 40.
You could at least let me guess.
Well, you didn't offer. I paid 40. I paid $40 for a mouse, and I got a free recent game with it. That game being Ghostwire Tokyo. I never booted it up,
Tokyo, you
Did you?
mentioned that.
but because because it was a pretty solid promotion, I decided to pick one up for my dad as well, and the extra copy of Ghostwire Tokyo that I've got went to my good friend Connor because he had just got his Steam Deck, and I felt like, you know, here's a game to try out on it,
Well,
and he did play it.
What would you have guessed if Edgy gave you the chance?
To be straight honest, I was probably gonna guess between 45 to 55.
Yeah. Well, Logitech kind of has a reputation problem. Not because they do anything bad, but their products go on sale so frequently that people don't buy them for the full price. They just wait for a sale.
Yeah.
That's literally just Steam. Or no, not just Steam, but just everywhere. Just waiting for a discount.
I purchase games on Steam without a discount, but it's quite infrequent. And last time, well, okay, to be fair, the last time was for Sonic X Shadow Generations, and the time before that was Test Rifle Limited Solo Crown. Both games that came out this year. If it's a game I'm really interested in, yeah, I pay full price for it. But I am definitely the kind of player that waits for a discount. Because games nowadays, I'm not saying that they're not worth it. I'm just saying they've gotten way too expensive, and you don't really get that much out of it if you can wait half a year and get half the price off, basically. Anyway, how did we circle to this topic again? Something about Microsoft, something about
Something Microsoft, something Ubisoft becoming getting sued.
We didn't mention Ubisoft.
And yeah. We
Okay, we'll circle that. So Ubisoft is getting sued.
Yeah, for the crew.
Good.
Part of me
Honestly,
still finds it hilarious how so many people are getting upset about the crew. Because, make no mistake, it sucks what happened.
It's not about the crew.
It sucks.
It's not about the crew. It's more about the fact It's another step in the case of we need to stop shutting down games that people pay for.
Well,
we need to stop forcing people to like pay full price for an online-only game only for it to be shut down.
okay.
With no other way to play it again.
I want to highlight that.
Then it would feel like you're.
I want to highlight that online part of things. I don't think that is a problem. The problem is that Ubisoft just made it unplayable for everyone.
It's not just Ubisoft.
It's everyone.
EA,
Blizzard.
yeah, Blizzard. Oh, the original Demon Souls.
Yeah, you can still play that.
Oh, really? I thought you could.
Well, there's always like used copies.
I don't recall there being that many online-only games on the PS3. PS3 was still in a climate where not everybody had internet. To be fair, nowadays...
Oh, okay, we can.
Nowadays
still play Demon Souls. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
I thought it was shut down. I thought you couldn't. That was my bad.
No, but make no
make
mistake. I understand what people are upset about the crew, but I feel like the problem with the crew that's being highlighted is that it's gotten removed from people's libraries. It's been made unplayable. Because when you think about when you think about online stuff, I think about other racing games, particularly Sony's Drive Club, which was a launch title or launch window title of the PS4, if I recall correctly, and the Forza Horizon series. Both of them had a heavy, and I mean a heavy focus on online play. However, both of them had their online services revoked. Nowadays, for the Forza series, you can only play Horizon 4 and 5 online, and 4 is getting delisted later this year.
Sucks, but whatever.
But it's getting delisted. If you bought it, you can still play it, and I can still play Forza Horizon 2 and 3. I just cannot play them online. And I feel like
what else?
I feel like the biggest problem with that is that Microsoft doesn't open their stuff. They don't let people know, like, hey, this is how our infrastructure work, and if you want to make custom servers, go ahead. You know who does do that? EA. When they announced that Knockout City, a online only dodgeball game,
a live service game.
When they announced that stopped getting content and the online servers were getting shut down, they specifically opened up these servers to be custom run. And recently, if I recall correctly, the older Battlefield titles made the news because they also lost their servers. But guess what? On PC anyway, there are custom servers, and it's the one thing that's keeping that game or those games alive for such a long time. I think that's a really good move.
Halo games have their own like fan servers as well, but but they weren't made by Microsoft themselves, but it was from like fans of Halo.
Yeah,
actual fans of Halo.
I find it hilarious that if you get into original Xbox modding, and you use the Insignia servers, which is the fan servers, basically. Halo 2 is basically the only game that's being played on there.
Because Halo 1 doesn't have online.
It doesn't have online,
Splitscreen co-op.
But it does have. It does allow you to use System Link, which at the time was a bit of a, well, not unnecessary, but a uncommonly used feature, because if people were doing, LAN stuff, this was still in the age where CRTs were a thing. But nowadays, you could pack up your 24-inch monitor, and yeah, you can take that with you.
I've never met anyone in my life that has ever done who has ever done full 16-player Halo Combat Evolved. with 4 TVs, 4 Xboxes, and 4 copies of the game, and 16 controllers.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone who's actually done that.
I do want
Not to say that it hasn't happened, but I've never seen it personally.
Yeah. I do want to do a proper LAN play one of these days. Problem is, well, I can definitely, round up up to 16 people who would be down for it. The problem is trying to get them in the same room. That's kind of difficult to do. Also because it requires a lot of room, a lot of scheduling, and let's be real, a lot of plane tickets.
Yeah.
But yeah, allowing fan servers to be a thing is definitely an improvement, and it's actually how nowadays I play one of my all-time favorite racing games, Test Drive Unlimited 2, which had their server shut down in, if I recall correctly, 2018. And nowadays, by using the TDU World servers, not only do you have a unofficial patch which significantly cleans up the game, and even gives you some extra cars to fuck around with, but again, it brings back online play. And while not every feature of the original game has been implemented, they are working hard on it, and I'm glad to have supported them at least at some point. I don't think I do so anymore nowadays, but that had more to do with at one point me slashing all my Patreon subscriptions because it really was getting out of hand in a time when my only sustainable income was $120 a month.
Yeah. Also, the Ratchet and Clank games, like Ratchet 3 and Deadlocked, are their servers have gotten shut down for years, and even earlier with the Ratchet and Clank collection with 3 and Deadlocked.
I didn't even know those. I didn't even know those games had online. But I shouldn't be surprised because there was online components for the PS2.
But there are fan servers for the online versions of the online multiplayer versions of Ratchet's 3 and Deadlocked. That not only kept all the game modes and stuff, like Capture the Flag, Deathmatch, and Siege mode for 3 specifically, but they also and kept all the original maps. They also added new maps from the previous games into online mode, which Insomniac has never done ever in 3 or Deadlocked. They've always just kept the old maps from the game itself, from the games in single player.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's really damn cool.
I'm gonna be straight honest. Even though all the games are simpler, whenever I hear of those kind of stories when fans genuinely made something great out of the old games, I'm like, and I don't say this a lot, the company should hire those people. If they have that much of a passion for the franchise, it's clear that they know what people like about the franchise. They know a thing or two about how the franchise works.
Fucking hire them.
Yeah.
Same, and yeah, the people who made the custom Ratchet and Clank multiplayer servers, they honestly should be hired by Sony themselves to do if Ratchet ever gets another online release, which is probably never going to happen. Let's be real. But it would be really cool if it did.
They really should.
But anyway, to sum this all up, I didn't play the Crew 1 that much. I did play it, I did finish it, but I didn't like it that much, which is why I haven't returned to it. But I feel like the pain would have been mitigated if Ubisoft had opened the online component to have fan servers run, or what they're doing with the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest, give people the ability to play it offline. but
Agreed.
Yes.
by basically bricking their own game, they have done a bait and switch. To be fair, the Switch was 10 years after the game came out, but a bait and switch is still a bait and switch nonetheless. So either allow people to hold on to your game, allow people to play your game even if the game cannot phone home anymore because there's no longer a home to phone to, or open up your online architecture so people are able to make their own servers. I feel like if Ubisoft were to do that, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I feel, and I also, this just feels like karmic justice with Ubisoft in general, since all the disgusting revelations that happened like in 2020 and also like 2022.
Yeah.
It just feels like retribution. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me
really
wrong.
does.
Don't get me wrong. While I frequently purchase and play Ubisoft titles, I do feel like they suck. And I'm not saying that I want them to die. I don't want Ubisoft to vanish, but it's pretty clear, be it from their internal stuff to them just straight up saying you should get comfortable not owning your games. And to be fair, I'm comfortable not owning Ubisoft games. I'm comfortable not buying Ubisoft games.
Yeah, same.
I don't want Ubisoft to die. But I think it's good that they're being put under fire. I feel like it's good that people are keeping their eyes on them. But I also feel like this should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah,
And
this
it's
should have
all
happened.
thanks to people like Ross Scott.
It should have happened. It really should have happened. Like, what? Fucking, like what? 2021 or something.
Yeah, and
Not this year. Not this year.
and we're going to stop this episode by mentioning that you should definitely sign a petition at what is it? Stopkillinggames.com.
Yeah, stopkillinggames.com.
Yeah, if you care about game preservation, go to stopkillinggames.com and sign a petition.